Hello guys, so we're gonna go ahead and go over multiplication. And we're gonna be multiplying decimals, and this is how it's gonna work. You're gonna need to know at least the requirements for this. You're gonna at least need to know how to multiply two numbers together. Just regular numbers, nothing like to the power, nothing higher than 10. If you can multiply numbers nothing higher than 10, then you should be okay with this. Okay, so let's go and start. Now, whenever you multiply, you always start with the first number, and that number is gonna multiply with every number on the top. Okay, it's gonna multiply one at a time. Once you multiply all of those, then you start with the second number, but you have to move one column over. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. 6 times 7 is 42. So whenever you multiply two numbers, if it's higher than 10, the first number, you put it on the bottom. But if the second number, meaning 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, any number that's like multiples of 10 is going to carry over. So the 4 from the 42 is going to carry over to that 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply 6 times 2, which is 12. But because I have the 4 right there, I'm going to add them. So 12 plus 4 is 16. Again, the 6 stays right there, but the 1 is going to carry over to the 0. And we're going to keep going and doing the same thing until we multiply all the numbers. So now 0 times 6, it is 0, but because of the 1, it's 1. And 0 times 0, or 6 times 0 is 0. So we're done with the first number. Now we're going to go ahead and select the second number. Same thing. You're going to go ahead and multiply one number at a time. 6 times 7 is 42. Remember, we put the 2 on the bottom. The 4 carries over. 6 times 2, it is going to be 12. But because of the 4, it's going to turn to 16. The first number stays, but the second number is going to carry over to the next number. So now we have 0 and a 1 on top of it. Now 6 times 0 is 0. We bring down the 1. And now 6 times 0 is 0. Once you have multiplied all the numbers together, this is going to be the easy part. All I have to do at this point is bring down the columns, column by column, until I reach the end. And you just add them up. So 2, it's not going to add up with anything, so it's just 2. Now 6 plus 2 on the second column is going to be 8. Third column is going to be 1 plus 6 is 7. The fourth column is going to be 0 plus 1 is 1. And the final column is 0. Now what we need to do, and this is only whenever you're working with decimals, you got to count how many decimal spots you have. So in this problem, we have 3 decimal spots. Now, if the bottom number also had decimals, I would have to count those too. So literally, you just have to count decimals whenever you're working with it. That means that from the 2 right here, I'm going to have to move 3 times to the left. So my actual answer for this problem is 1.782. And that is it. That is how you're going to be multiplying decimals.